Against the Grain Sports with your host, Jody Coleman. We're back. We're talking about the NFC conference by conference. On paper, who we think is going to be the potential winners because of the draft and all the free agencies are out the way. We got Jason Coleman to my right, college football analyst. Byron Parker to my left, the NBA analyst.
People, how are you?
Hey, he's speaking now. But he normally don't talk. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to talk about these divisions. We're going to start with Jason Coleman. We're going to talk about the NFC North and how do you feel your winners in that division.
This division, I had a toss-up. I don't know if Detroit was being able to go with the hump, but I had to go back with the Packers. I think the Packers they're Aaron Rodgers enough said. I think he might be the best quarterback in the league. That's my opinion. But I think the Packers, they've done enough. They're going to get some players back on defense. I think they drafted well, with the Worthy pick, adding the Worthy kid to the defensive line. I think that they should win this division. I got Detroit. They're not going out without a fight. I still wish they would have added a corner in the draft. That's why I kind of considered them a loser in the draft. They desperately need some help at corner. I mean, when you lose Eric Wright, it kind of hurts. That says a lot.
Eric Wright?
That says a lot when you lose Eric Wright, and it hurts.
But he got it done.
That's really sad.
And then the Bears finished in third. The Bears, I think, with Jay Cutler back at the helm at quarterback and Brandon Marshall, they can be very lethal. But I think their defense is a little old. So, you got Urlacher's 32, 33 years old. You got Briggs at 32, 33 years old. So they're kind of old. Peppers is, I think, in his 30s as well. So I think they're going to struggle to stay in the divisional race. But they won't go away silently. The Minnesota, I can't even comment on Minnesota. I'm sorry. But I did get some good news. I mean, I did hear Jason Peterson actually may be ready for go time at the beginning of the season, which would be great for them because they're going to need him.
Green Bay, you're right, cream of the crop. I think they got better overall from Ted Thompson, the executive up there at Green Bay. He always hit nails on draft. 2, I'm going to go to Chicago Bears. I like what they're going on against Ashley Jeffries and Brandon Marshall. I think this might be where, if you're in Chicago, the pressure's starting to mount, Lovie Smith. You don't produce 10 and 6 and better, you're on your way out the door. Detroit, I think they right there with Chicago, but I think we're not dressing their cornerback and improving their defense. But they still be fighting for Walker because they're still good with Calvin Johnson and Stafford. And Minnesota, just move them in LA.
Somewhere. I'm going to go ahead, and now these are my picks. I'm going to go against the grain because I always do. I got the Bears winning this division. The reason why I got the Bears is because Jay Cutler he really got it. I think Jay Cutler has actually grasped the quarterback position in Chicago. He was having a great year before he got hurt. Green Bay was just on a phenomenal run, but I think Green Bay going to come back to the pack. I think people going to catch up with Green Bay, but I think the Chicago Bears will win the division at 11-5.
Nice.
I got the second pick. I got to go with the Green Bay Packers because they were the winners in the draft, and I just don't think they did enough offensively. Donald Driver's out the door. Jordy Nelson's going to potentially be a number 1. I think he's pretty good. You got Greg Jennings, but the running back position they losing
Ryan
Gray. He's gone. I think they still need to be able to run the football. You can't just, as you can see, the Giants exposed them for what they really were in the playoffs.
They did.
The third spot, I got to go with the Lions. I think the Lions are going to regress just a little bit. I don't think they make the playoffs this year. I think they're going to be competitive, but I think they're going to be, because they got a tougher schedule for 1. For 2, I think Matthew Stafford, I think he's upright. I think LaShore coming back healthy at the running back position, and I don't know if Betts is going to have to retire now. But defensively, I think they cannot compete in that division with those 2 wide receivers, Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffries, and letting Devin Hester go back to the return, especially for the Bears, and then going playing Green Bay with Jordy Nelson and Greg Jennings. I just don't think they have enough in the secondary to compete. And then, did I say the Vikings? Do I have to say the Vikings? I'm sorry, Corey Hill, if you out there, man, I'm sorry. The Vikings suck.
Oh, LA.
They suck hard. Ponder, really? I mean,
LA.
If Adrian Peterson don't play, I think y'all will have a new quarterback, and they'll be in the Matt Barkley sweepstake as well. Cleveland can beat y'all. Yeah, that's Cleveland. I said it.
I mean, Cleveland's going to get a lot of teams to run for their money. So.
Yeah, but that don't mean they're going to win. All right, we're going to continue on. We're going to go Byron over here. We're going to go with the NFC South.
Oh, man.
How do you feel about the NFC South?
Ooh, this is tough. I think I'm going to go Saints. They still, because they're talented. 2, my wild card is the Carolina Panthers. I think Ron Rivera will get this team into the playoffs this year. As long as Cam Newton, and he gets another piece to that receiver core.
Playoffs?
I said playoffs.
Playoffs?
3.
They won 4 games last year?
Yeah, they did. Number 3, I think the Atlanta Falcons, because they still got Matt Ryan, they still got Turner, and they still score. But it's going to be a lot of pressure. It's going to be mounted because they playoff They good in-season team, but playoff they stink. 4, Tampa Bay, they're on the rise, but I think they still a few pieces away.
Okay, Mom. And in the South, I have New Orleans Saints repeating as a champion in the South. I think they will be able, Drew Brees will be able to overcome the suspensions because the guy's going to throw for about 6,000 yards this year, I believe. And I think with the healthy Mark Ingram, I think he's going to actually balance them out a little bit so they can actually kind of wear teams down. At the number 2 spot, I got the Atlanta Falcons. This is a make-or-break year for Matty Ice and that team. Mike Smith. They still lack playmakers on defense. I just don't understand why they can't get. Atlanta's a phenomenal city. They can't get people to come to Atlanta. I just don't understand.
I mean, when you diss Michael Vick, a lot of people don't want to.
That's true. I can understand that. I can understand that. And the 3 spot, I got the Carolina Panthers. I think they're still going to struggle. I think the film is going to be out on Cam Newton. He's not going to have as great of a year as he did last year. I think people are going to realize he got tendencies that he can't throw left to it. But I can't say that. But I think people are going to really realize.
You're the same one on the Instagram story that doubted that he would have a good.
I did doubt that he is.
Did I call him on that, y'all?
I think the film's gonna get out on Cam. I think Cam's an elite talented player, but I think they're gonna expose some of his weaknesses. And then Tampa Bay, they have Greg Schiano. I'm sorry, Donald Coleman. I'm sorry, Greg Schiano. Ray Lindsey. Greg Schiano, man. I'm sorry. This guy never even won the Big East.
Enough said.
Enough said.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go against the grain once, like I always do, go against the grain. I think the Atlanta Falcons will win the division. Why? They did pick up the Sonny Seven. They got him for a bag of chips. They got him for a 7th-round pick. Yeah. Sonny Seven is a playmaker. He was not happy in Philly. When he was happy, he was one of the elite corners. You put him on a defense that you're going to get in shootouts, and I think you need guys that can be playmakers. I think teams are going to score 20-plus points against him. But I think with Julio Jones coming in the second year, you still got Roddy White, you still got Turner, and they still got Gonzo. I think they can score with anybody in the league. So I think they will win the division. I got New Orleans second, and like you said, I think he will throw for 6,000 yards. He's going to have to, because I don't think they're going to have a ghost man. Remember when y'all played kickball, you had a ghost man? They're going to have a ghost man in their secondary, ghost man on their defense, because so many players the suspension is going to come down, and they don't have Sean Payton on that side. That's going to be a monumental hit for them. But they're going to struggle to make the playoff, but they will because of the talent of Drew Brees. Fighting for the last 2 spots, they're going to be fighting for they're going to be fighting for the bottom of the division. So it's going to be a 1A, 1B. But I think that Carolina will have a slight edge over Tampa Bay because of Cam Newton, and some of these guys will come back healthy, like John Beeson will be back healthy. A couple guys they got in the draft, the linebacker they got from BC, I think he's going to come in. He's going to be a starter, maybe a potential Pro Bowler as well. But they won't do as well. I think they'll win 4 to 5 games, and then I think Tampa Bay will win 4 to 5 games. Do I really got to talk about Tampa Bay? Really?
They did have Vincent Jackson, but still, Greg Schiano.
But I'm saying Vincent Jackson is a DUI away from being bad groceries at Kroger's.
But my thing is that, when it bothers me because Raheem Morton wasn't the problem last year. But
he sure wasn't the solution. We're going to continue on. We got to keep it pumping. Jason, the NFC East.
NFC East, best division in football. I got Andy Reid pulling out this division this year. I think they added some pieces that they really needed to. The problem wasn't the offense; it was actually the defense. And they added Fletcher Cox, plug up the middle, with the wide 9. I think he fits in Washburn's system. I got the Cowboys finishing second. I think they probably said the most talented team offensively in the NFL. I got the defending champion Giants finishing third, but I still have them making the playoffs. Don't get me wrong, but you know how the Giants are. December, that's their time of the year. So, and then Washington.
We got to talk about that too.
Can we just go to the next segment?
Go to the next segment.
I'm going Giants number 1. I think Giants because people don't forget they won the Super Bowl, and Tom Coughlin's going to get the best out of his players. 1, 2. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think because the way has Andy Reid, Joe Pattern, and the owner has really dissected their defense. They want to get better on defense. Enough said. 3, Dallas Cowboys. Despite the talent down there, I just think Tony Romo just won't get them over the hump. Watch the Redskins.
That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
Go ahead and go to your next segment, please.
Nobody want to talk about the Redskins. I don't know why. But my divisional picks, I got the Giants. They are the returning champions. They do got to make amends for losing Brandon Jacobs and losing Mario Manningham, but I think they will. 2, I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys because Tony Romo is my quarterback.
Wow.
Of course. No, but they will win it. They got too much talent. The Eagles, I'm just not sold. I don't think Michael Vick can play a whole season. I just don't think he can play 16 games. I think he's only going to give you 8 to 10 games at best because of the style he plays, and the refs are just not giving him the calls, and I don't think they will give him the calls because he's really a running back playing quarterback, but he is a great quarterback. Do I got to talk about the Redskins? Okay, we're going to go to the next division. I'm sorry, Redskins fans, but y'all picked 2 quarterbacks in the top 4 picks. Why? Enough said. Y'all ran Donovan McNabb out of town. Come on. You pulled him out in the 4th quarter.
Tell me why you mad, bro.
Why you mad?
Tell me why you mad.
Are you mad? They mad. Okay, all right. We're going to finish up, Parker, with the last division, the NFC West.
49ers, I think.
Easy.
That was just easy. I mean,
Do we need to talk about anybody else?
I mean, from there, they went out and they drafted well. Harbaugh went out, got tangible players to scat back with Miller and
Michael James.
Michael James. But that's enough said. 2, I'm going Seattle. I think they went. I know they've got reaches, but I think Pete Carroll's going to get the right. 3rd, Arizona. And, you know, I'll just have to say no because the NFC West is weak. It's weak.
I think the NFC West, they got the Steelers for being the worst division in football, but I think San Francisco will win the division. I like San Francisco, what they added.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, and Michael James, you know, change their pace back. And I look at the second place team. I'm looking at Seattle. They do have 3 Pro Bowlers in their secondary, which nobody really realizes. But I think they'll be a solid team. They still don't have a quarterback. Is Tavares Jackson still starting?
No, they got Matt Flynn.
I'm sorry, they got Matt Flynn, so they should be solid. I'm sorry. I forgot about Matt Flynn. I do apologize for that, sports fans. And then the 3rd position, I'm going with the St. Louis Rams. I think Jeff Fisher adds some element of responsibility to that team, something Spagnuolo didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And in the 4th spot, I got the Cardinals. Say hi to Matt Barkley, because your quarterback, you just can't figure out a quarterback.
CG, Ray Lee, y'all out there, 49ers will give y'all props. Y'all win the division by week 11. Guaranteed. Enough said. I don't care. They can throw me out there at quarterback, and they will win. I'm gonna flip a coin for the other 3 teams. The best team after them will be 7-9. That will be the best team after. But I'm gonna go with the St. Louis Rams just with the Jeff Fisher aspect.
Mm-hmm.
You still got Jackson, one of the most phenomenal running backs in the game. Then I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I think they still got Larry Fitzgerald. I think Skelton will be your starting quarterback by week 5. Skelton will be. He will overtake Kyle as the starter quarterback.
Wow.
And that's not saying much, but he will be the starter. And then you got Seattle. I don't know where Seattle wants to go. You pick up Matt Flynn. I don't know where Seattle wants to go. They went and got a good running back, but they went and got Irving in the 1st pick. I don't know where he's going to fit in at. And they got another kid from California with their 2nd pick.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have 2 rookies starting in your linebacking core. So Seattle, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Peter, go on back to college.
I'm just saying.
I mean, you can go back to Arkansas. They got opening.
They do. Well, I want to pick how much time we got, producer. I'm checking with the producer, Rob. Okay, how much time we got? Can we pick our playoffs real quick? He gonna let us. You gonna let us pick our? Let me hear something. Give it up for Jay Kane directing. All right, he gonna let us go ahead and keep going. I'm gonna go with Jason over here. Tell me who is your playoffs, AFC, NFC, Super Bowl win. Let's go.
All right, playoff. I got, like I said, I have the Ravens winning the North, the Pats winning the East, the Broncos winning the West, the Texans winning the South. I got Cincinnati making the playoffs as a wild card again. I got the Chargers making it as my 3rd wild card. Coming out the AFC, I have the Pats. In the NFC, I got Green Bay winning the North, Philadelphia winning the East, San Fran winning the West, New Orleans winning the South. My wild cards are Dallas and the Giants. And I got Green Bay coming out of the NFC with Green Bay winning the championship.
AFC, I got Bengals North, Patriots East, Texans South, Broncos West. To come out the AFC, I like Houston. NFC, I got Giants East, 49ers West, Saints South, and who's that? North, Green Bay. And I would think who come out of there would be Green Bay.
Who your Super Bowl representatives?
I got Houston, Green Bay, Super Bowl.
Who wins it?
I got Houston.
Houston winning the Super Bowl. I don't think that's gonna ever happen unless you're playing Madden. My picks. I got my divisional winners in the AFC. I got the Bengals being your division winners. You got the Texans. You got your Pats. You got the Broncos. You got your wild card teams. Will be always the faithful Steelers, and the San Diego Chargers will push into the playoffs in the AFC. In the wild card position. I'm gonna go in the NFC. I got the Bears. I got the Falcons. I got the Giants. I got the Niners. Wild card picks, I got the Packers and the Cowboys. Eagles would slightly not make the playoffs. They won't make the playoffs. My representatives will be the Pats again, and they will be matched up again with the New York Giants.
Repeat. Rematch.
Never done, but I think the Giants will also win it again. Eli will win his third Super Bowl. Eli will be considered as one of our great quarterbacks and better than his brother.
I already think he's at that level, but that's me personally.
We got Jason Coleman. Any parting shots?
Let's get the season started. August can get here soon enough.
I think you're going to see a lot of interesting challenges in the NFL. I think this is what you play for. This is what you draft, your executives, everything. This is what you work hard for.
I'm Jody Coleman, your host. My bold prediction, I'm going to go with my homer team. I think Rookie of the Year, Trent Richardson, he had 1,300-plus yards, 12-plus touchdowns, averaging 4.7 yards per carry, and getting Cleveland 5 to 6 wins more than they had last year. I know it's not much, but we got to be wishful thinking in Cleveland because we have nothing to root for. LeBron took his talent to South Beach. He didn't leave anything else. Brett Everett, who he played for? Nobody's team. It's Against Grain Sports, your host, Jody Coleman. Check us out next week. We'll be back with the NBA.